Well, I messed up and took the wrong medication. So in about 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to be out like a light. I really am bad with my medication because I don't know. I'm not a pharmacist, so I can't figure out which one to take and not take. Now, I want to talk about the WNBA. Let me explain this to you. There's a huge difference between men and women. Women are the weaker sex. That's the way I'm seeing it in the WNBA. Let me explain something to you. The first time I saw professional basketball, I think it was the Charlotte Hornets, I was looking at my buddy who is dead now. My buddy, I said, man, look at all these fouls they're not calling. I mean, definitely fouls. And I couldn't understand it. It made no sense to me because I was used to watching college ball. Carolina, Duke, Michigan, the Wolverines, all these college games, and they called every single foul. So I did some research and learned that in professional NBA, they let them play. You know, in other words, they can do some fouling, and they don't call it. Now, I understand that in the NBA, it's professional. They're professional players. I've seen horrible things in the NBA, and the refs ignore it, don't call it. Okay, so the WNBA, the girls there are the weaker sex. So they should be called for every single foul because we don't want to see our women getting hurt. That is what I am seeing in a nutshell. And believe me, guys, I watched it. Yeah, it was a foul. They could have called that. There was a lot of contact there. It wasn't brutal. And people are making this way out of proportion. As I've said before, women are the weaker sex. Men dominate. We dominate. We're the strong sex. Women, the heck with them. So in the WNBA, we're wanting to treat them weaker by telling the refs call every single thing, everything. You know, a little hand check, call it. But the problem with professional is that I still want to know what's the difference between college ball and professional ball in the WNBA. I don't understand. What is the difference there? So they're getting paid, but since they are the weaker sex, we're saying that Caitlin Clark should be protected more on the court because she's a female. This is the way I'm reading all this stuff that's just coming out. People just really talking about this. I mean, it's appalling. Why? Because she's a female. How many NBA, I want you to tell me on YouTube, how many NBA things that they talked about where there's a flagrant foul that a guy was brutally beat up? You don't hear it. So my thing is, and I'm going to say it again, females are the weaker sex and should be treated differently in the WNBA, and that every single foul should be called. And don't let them play. You see, the thing that used to bore me about college balls, I'd go, come on, refs, let them damn play. I mean, they would play 3 minutes and a whistle would blow. I was like, damn. You know, and it messes up the game. You know, these guys that need to get on a roll, women need to get on the roll on the court, you know, and if they're stopped constantly on every single foul. So I'll say it again, women are the weaker sex, according to what I hear on YouTube. And Caitlin Clark, I'm sorry, but you're also on the weaker sex. And I do believe that the refs need to wake up and call every single thing. I agree with everybody. Thanks.